there we are. I lost the countdown. Mine's frozen. How we doing? Welcome back to Sunday Koi Chat with the Twisted One and guests. I will put my teeth in a minute. How are we doing out there, cupcakes? And good afternoon to you, Aaron. Welcome in, everyone.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Been on?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. I'm a bit happier now I've thinned out the growing on tank, that's for sure. And the amount of messages that I've had this morning with a picture of my Ginringoshki saying, "Are you moving this on?" Not a fucking chance.
Well, I mean, that's what the growing on's all about, isn't it? You're getting volume and keeping what you want. Perfect, that.
And this is why I really need to chew into the new tank now, because everything I want to move on is going to go in there, and then the ones I'm unsure about will then go into the toe side tank. So
yeah, it's like it's a good,
it's
like a holding pond, isn't it?
Yeah, and at the same time, I've put a few in the main pond that. Some of them might not even stay there. They've gone in there. I want to see what they look like in the pond with the rest of the fish, but through the window, because I've got that option now. So,
but we've just been speaking about that in our house, to be fair. And I just said to Nick when she's just come back, I said, "Wouldn't it be great if we just knocked this wall down and had a pond window behind my PC here?" Like, not have the pond window in the garden, have it into the house.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, it's.
But did you get a no from the koi widow, or did you get a fuck off, Aaron?
It wasn't a bad response. There's obviously loads of. Like this room we do want to decorate anyway. So but since I've had a thought about it, one of the things that has crossed my mind is that the drainage from the full street runs exactly where that pond wants to go.
Right. So it's not the structural change.
The structural side of it is not really a problem, but right in the middle of the pond, which would, if I was building it here, would be raised, so it wouldn't really be a problem, but like is directly
above the main drain line.
Yeah, so that'd be a lot of weight on it, wouldn't it? I know, and I know it runs there because I've had a problem in the past, and I've had people rodding it from one side of the house and the other side to try and sort it. I thought at that point my drive was getting dug up and.
Oh mate,
I wouldn't have been happy. Yeah, I wasn't happy about that because I'd seen cracks in my drive and I just thought it had collapsed, but it won't.
Oh mate. So are you? What are you thinking now?
I need to speak to my builder, mate.
So it's still not a no then.
It'd be nice. The only reason why I was saying that as well is that. If it was at this end of the garden, at the moment, my pond gets zero sunlight where it is.
Yep.
This end of the garden's in sun right now. So it would be
perfect.
Yeah, it'd be hotter than what it is. I don't know what my pond is at the moment, but they're all hunkered down cold. I'll tell you. 5.1. Hey.
How you doing? How we doing, mate? And I tell you, Aaron, you see that stag that's just on his shoulder?
That's a little one.
I've seen that in person now, and fuck me, it's huge.
No, that's the baby one behind me.
And I mean, it's when I saw it in the flesh, first thing I said to you, Matt, wasn't it? I said, fuck me, that looks small in the camera.
Yeah, you're looking at. Hang on.
That's the one.
You were looking at that one.
Yeah. Absolutely massive beast.
I thought you
How
was
is
already on a
everybody?
plane out of here. When do you leave, Matt?
Weekend.
Saturday morning.
This Saturday coming.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're trying to get everything finished up here and running. Got up this morning and one of the brand new pumps decided to pack in.
Oh no,
I know, it's just like unbelievable.
mate! At the moment, if you didn't have bad luck, you wouldn't have any luck at all.
You've got to
Come on,
laugh at it, mate.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. Definitely not.
Oh, I forgot to bring your Prezi down with me as well. I've got a polytunnel instruction book for you.
I got there. Good old you.
Mate, you've done an awesome job with that tunnel.
I'm pleased with that. I'm doing the not the splash guards, the tops to them today. Just started doing them this morning. And then
So is that an Evolution Aqua pump that's bit the dust?
Yeah, Aqua 40.
Oh.
Yeah, which surprised me. You know, all the ones in the past have that. But
I thought it would be one of your Evolution Aqua ones.
Yeah, I think the problem is, I think when you're using so many pumps, there's always going to be something or another. You know, if one person has one pump going a year with 15 pumps running around the place, I'm going to have one go every single month. I guess it just feels exaggerated.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all going. It's back together.
Good. And did you find out whether you put the bypass bungs in that drum or not? Or have you still not got over there to it?
No, I haven't got over to it, but it is actually cleaning, so they must be in.
Yeah, but mine was still cleaning when I realised that you hadn't put any bungs in it.
Or forget to give them to you. How's your pond building going, Aaron?
Windows in now.
It's in.
Windows in. But I am on holiday till 4th of March. So and Carl's watching.
Carl.
Hello. That's upside down. Every time I try and do it, it goes upside down.
Well, have you not got your auto? I mean, you watching us at the same time.
You need to close your YouTube
down. Close it down.
Yeah, you watch on YouTube.
Oh mate. I'm sorry, Carl. Right, I'm going to drop you down a minute. Right.
I can still hear it.
No, I can still hear it. YouTube.
Right, go off that.
Say a few hellos
while we're
Yep. Put you down there for a minute. Wait till Carl gets himself sorted. When you're sorted, Carl, give me a thumbs up. But you need to turn whatever device you've got running YouTube. You've got to turn that off as well. Good morning, Carl. Danny's in. How we doing? George is in. Ty's in. How we doing? That's a new channel, Avalon Koi Pond. welcome in. And that was one for you. That was Matt.
Yeah,
I see you.
Simon, one of my customers, is coming to Japan on Friday.
Oh,
All right. Is he starting the channel? Is he?
No.
No.
No. He doesn't get time to do that. I'm surprised he's actually on now.
Well, welcome in. Thanks for joining along. Auntie Busy's in. We got Paul Pond UK's in. How many people we got in? We got 43 people. How about this? What if we go? Alexa, order me 2 kilos Takazumi Growth. How many people's Alexas are going off now? Anyway, plans for this week coming on. Everyone's rushing around to their Alexa right at this moment in time.
yes. Sorry, Matt. Yeah, it's going on well, but my dad hadn't been well before Christmas, and neither was my mum. They've both had spells in hospital before then, and I'm not building it for him. I'm building it with him. So when I had to stop it just after you sent us them bits, as soon as he was well enough to start again, then we'll do it. So the window got glued in last Wednesday, and I'm up to the point now where all I've got to do is drill one return, and then the liner can go in. So that's not too much of a bother. But he's on holiday now, and then when he gets back, I'm on holiday until like the first week in March. So
it will get there.
It'll get there.
Will
Yeah,
it be done before the summer, though? This is the question.
it'll be done this year.
that was a nice side step there, Aaron.
He's not a million miles away from where it needs to be, even if he has no fill. Like, I don't imagine it will be cladded and how he wants it as a finished article.
Yeah,
but it will have water in it. Then.
Water and running so he can put his fish back in there.
Yeah,
pretty much to the state that I'm at then at this moment in time.
Yeah, that's where I want him at, so I can make a mess of my garden.
Yeah.
Hey, my ponds here haven't been cladded unless 3 years ago. So.
Yeah, but you've got so much else going on as well. What with the business, the shooting, and everything else that you do. I'm surprised you've got time to fart half the time, let alone do something new.
I don't. I have to wait until I'm asleep, which pleases the wife, to fart that is.
Yeah, but even then, we don't know what you're dreaming about.
The last week or so, it's been fish farms in Japan.
So, did this week come in? Are you back at the job with the fountain coming out of the ground?
No, that's all finished now.
That's all finished now. You finally got a liner in it.
Yeah, liner's in there, all filled up. The pump's working over time. We've had all that torrential rain, and it seemed to have held. We had one slight flooding there around it, and the liner stayed in place, no issues. So yeah, all good.
Because that's the house where they had a moat, didn't they? And they took half of it away, but the moat was there to stop the flood water from coming in onto the property.
Yeah, and then decided to put a pond in the middle of it.
Yeah. So are they going to put any type of fencing around it? Because if that floodplain comes up and it lifts the level of the pond, surely there's the possibility of losing fish.
There's no fish going in there.
No.
It's literally surrounded by ponds, lakes, watercourses. I think it's the Froome, maybe only about half a mile away from it. And as I'm driving in, there's a whole load of cormorants just sat on the side of the pond with the wings out, drying off. So there is no point. It's basically a wedding venue, and they wanted a pond there with a bridge going over there to have the photos.
Right, I got you. So it's more ornamental than actual pond ornamental for ornamental fish sort of thing.
Yeah,
that makes sense. But that
a lot of wedding venues have that though, don't they? They have the nice little white arches over, stuff like that. It's really nice.
Yeah, if you're into that sort of thing.
What, getting married?
Been there, done that. Oh, how did the other half get on with her test?
She passed.
Did she have a test at the end?
No.
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 I bet she was cursing off.
Yeah, she was saying how pompous they were at the beginning of it. They were, if we see you're distracted or you pick up your telephone, text message or anything like that, you'll be asked to leave and then you will be getting your 3 points.
Really? Oh, my word.
Job's worth.
So she went back to school for a couple of hours.
Yeah, it was 4 hours.
Fucking hell.
4 hours to save 3 points. There's a speeding offence, Aaron.
I'd guess.
How did you keep a straight face?
I'm loving it because every time we go out in the car, she's always going, babe, slow down, slow down, slow down. She went through the village just up the road where there was a speed camera, probably during the daytime, probably 6 days out of the 7. And she decided to go past it, not taking any notice of the speed. So,
I don't know. So, are you coming down the farm this week?
possibly Wednesday.
Yes.
I spoke to the lesser spotted newt yesterday.
Lesser spotted Ricardo.
Or is it a greater crested?
Did he actually manage to shoot anything on Saturday?
Yeah, he did all right actually.
Oh, fucking hell, makes a change.
Yeah, the good
Just means I can't give him a ribbon tomorrow morning.
He did all right. Yeah, no, he had a good day. For the last day of the season, and that's it. It's like a turning point for me. It's like when I get to February the 1st, then that's back into full fish. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else. And start that again back in August.
He's talking about my one-eyed Willie. My golden cheeky monkey. I suppose you haven't watched last night's video, have you, Matt?
No.
Yeah. I went through the long block tank yesterday. And I went from, I think it was 84 down to 30.
Nice.
Good numbers.
Put a couple in the main pond because they were a nice size, including one-eyed Willie. He's one of the golden cheeky monkeys, and he is absolutely stunning. Got a beautiful zipper, beautiful linear line down the lateral line. The only problem is because he's only got one eye, it makes his head look like it's twisted, but it's not. It's because the way the eye has closed over.
You mean it is a twisted koi?
Hey, I've got a genuine twisted koi in the pond from my spawning, not last year before. So, but yeah, and the plan is, I am hoping that he does turn into a male because he's perfect prospects for putting with Betty.
Even though he's got one eye.
Even though he's got one eye, he wasn't born one-eyed.
Right, there we go. He's lost. He's still genetically sound. Yeah.
I mean, he lost his eye while we'd harvested one of the bee ponds, and he lost his eye while he was in the cage net in the blue Dolab vat while we were going through them. And Rick actually picked it up, and he's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And you could see the string where his eyeball was attached to hanging out. And Rick's gone, "That's fuck that now, isn't it?" And I went, "That's banging." He went, "Yeah, but it's one-eyed." And then went to chuck it over, and I was like, "No, fuck it," and went in the bowl of doom, and it's grown absolutely lovely.
It's always the way, isn't it? You can guarantee it. It's like, if a fish is going to jump out the pond or damage itself, you can guarantee it's going to be your best fish.
Yep, it's been there, done that. Had that with Susan Snowsaggy, didn't we?
I felt
Did
so
we?
sorry for Stuart Greenwood, Coy, when I was there last week. I was like, I think we should bowl some of these up, get some good videos of them so you can put it out there.
Yeah.
Someone put the net off it. One of them just decided to go. And his tank there, I think it's about 6 foot off the floor. So then when he just like, oh man, I feel so sorry for that. I was like, right, if you're doing that again, mate, we just need to put something down.
Mate.
But he's got a load of the weirdest colour I've ever seen, like easy pod style ones in a corridor, easy pond style ones, but like a grey colour on the inside. That's a
Right.
colourblind, so they might even be green or blue or something like that, but they're not a standard colour. And to be fair, it's really easy to see the fish in them.
Yeah.
With it being such a light colour, obviously, if it was outside, it'd be covered in algae.
Afternoon, Ty. Welcome in.
Good morning. How are you gentlemen doing?
All right, mate.
You sound knackered, mate.
I haven't had my morning coffee yet.
You was up all night watching the Royal Rumble, weren't you?
The Royal Rumble. I don't know what that is.
Oh, wait. Where's Aaron gone? You don't know what the Royal Rumble is? Wrestling.
Oh, are we talking football?
Nah.
I'm ignorant, Vince. You have to educate me.
The WWE, wrestling,
Oh.
Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. No, gone straight over his fucking head.
Yep. I'm disappointed in myself more than anybody, Vince.
Oh, and thank you very much for my mug. My number 94, 6 to go to the big 100.
Yeah, that's another thing I should have planned out better. I should have made sure I was number 100.
Yeah. I'm gutted I didn't get a koi man in my mug.
You know what? I'm gonna bring one over with me next summer.
Oh, wicked.
So we'll get you straightened out.
So you're definitely coming over next summer?
Yep. Still the plan.
Yes.
Be real awkward if I didn't show up for my friend's wedding, so.
Yeah. And to tie it in with the show or whatever would be absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
But just to visit would be great.
Definitely. Oh man, I wish I could be there for the show. But yeah, the wedding's in August.
All right. Aaron's just making a brew.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because I got on.
No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, we've got Maureen from Keith's Koi Haven. She's coming back over for the National again this year.
That's right.
She's
told me.
Yep, she's also booking in a visit to Twisted Towers and New Forest Koi. So looking forward to that one.
Cool. Well, I'm jealous.
How we doing, bud?
Oh, Jorge jumped on?
Mexicali Fish Keepers in the chat. Nice to see you on, bud. So you got any koi plans this coming week then, Ty?
I think I'm gonna finally replace the pump that broke in my greenhouse.
Mm-hmm.
But this week's been pretty awesome. Today the temperature is supposed to get up to 15 degrees.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that is just a pretext for spring being here really early.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were down into like the single digits 2 weeks ago. So,
mate, you ain't got nothing until you got the temperature swings we get. 1 minute my pond is sitting at 8 degrees and the next minute it's sitting at fucking 4. in the space of 24 hours. It's mental. Then it'll go back up again. Then it'll drop back down.
What's up, guys?
Welcome in, Jack. How are you doing?
Jack.
Doing
Okay.
good. How about yourself, sir?
Mexicali saying, why is Ty up there and not Koi Man?
I'm still asleep.
Yeah, he doesn't rise till after 12, does he?
That's right.
And Ken saying over in Oshawa, Canada, it's minus 18 this morning. Yeah, you can keep them temperatures, bud. Oh, look, that's what it was. Look, he just wanted to go and fucking fill your mug with a cup of tea.
Coffee, but yeah.
Oh, mate, you know that's the devil's poison.
Oh, nice, Aaron.
Bit of brand
I know.
awareness, isn't it?
Mate, Matt tried poisoning me on Friday. Tried giving me fucking coffee instead of tea.
Proper stuff.
Hey, Dean.
So he's giving you a proper drink instead of a wrong one, right?
So, how's Koi things with you, Jack? I know you've been having a few issues.
I'm doing all right. I'm just having a lot of family issues right now. It's nothing.
Oh, mate. Well, but yeah, your pond and your koi and everything going well.
That we're getting there. I ain't got no koi right now. I'm getting my ponds built this spring. So
Sweet. You say ponds. How many are you hoping?
I don't know as many as I can do.
Man after my own heart.
It's going to be something for me to do on the side, give me some extra time, and it's a hobby for me, basically.
Yeah. So you do it as and when you feel up to it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And I liked your series. They were pretty.
Which ones? He's going to say all of them.
Well, no, I like that orange and black one. That was really pretty.
That one is actually metallic. You're talking about the Hit series. That's one of Rick's metallic Hit series.
Yep.
Yeah, that one went into the pond, so I can keep an eye on it for a little while. It's got a beautiful pattern. Body's nice, but there's something around the head, but for me, just doesn't. But I will get it in the bowl, and I will let Rick and Matt have a look at it. But I've actually physically looked at it, and on Hit series, sometimes you get a dent in the head, and it's something inherent with Hit series, and it's got a lot of sumi in that patch. So the only way to tell is by running my hands over it, and running my hands over it, it seems fine. But I'm going to give it a while before I make a final decision on it. But there's already a few in the main pond that are going to be going up for moving on. The Utsuris won't be any of them, sadly, Jack.
Hey, I understand. You get what you get. You can't do nothing about it.
Oh yeah, but I'm with you on the Utsuris. I could have a pond just full of Utsuris. I'd have a pond full of Utsuris, then a pond full of just black and white. So you got your Shingo Beko, your Shiro Utsuri, your Matsukawa Baki, Monru. Yeah.
I think how much prefer Hitsuri to Shiro?
Yeah, why is that?
Because where I'm from, black and white is the opposite colours to what you should support in rugby.
Had to be some fucking sport involved, didn't it?
That's why I like Kahaku so much, because it's the red and white. It's the one true one.
Well, I was going to say, well, as you're colourblind, how do Hiyatsuri and Shirotsuri look to you?
All right.
Because
that's not in the spectrum that I struggle with, to be fair. Although I've had them colourblind glasses on before, and I've seen red through your eyes, and it looks better through mine. Put it that way. Mine looks like an 80s acid. But honestly, the first thing that I saw was, like, I was younger. My dad made me ham sandwich with ketchup in it. And I opened it up, and I remember just staring at it like, what is that in this sandwich? Because the colour was that far off compared to what I would normally see. So I imagine that's how you guys see Kahakos. I'll keep seeing it how I am seeing it.
Well, Aaron, my big question is, why did your dad put ketchup in a ham sandwich now?
Why did you?
Yeah.
That's a common thing over here, that, mate. Do you not put ketchup in a ham sandwich?
No.
You put mustard.
Oh, don't start with that, Matt.
I'd put mustard in my ham sandwich.
Yeah.
Go, Ty, yeah.
Particularly mustard.
You two are sick. Fucking mustard and ham. Brown sauce.
But ketchup, no way.
No way, yeah.
Brown sauce. Bacon sandwich.
Put some of that stone ground mustard in there.
Yeah.
Sausage sandwich. Brown sauce.
Yeah, there you go. Look, here's somebody that knows what he's talking about. Ketchup is for bacon. Mayo is for ham. Never had anyone put mayo on a ham sandwich.
Oh.
Huh.
So you're
go on.
No, go on.
I'm more interested in how big's Matt's shopping list. Is it? Have you got a list of places that are must go for stock?
No.
No.
I just want to go, literally, the remit is I want to go to as many of them as we possibly can. Now, obviously, we want to do the big ones, but yeah. I think it's just going to be mind-blowing. You know, when you go into these places, you know, even in the UK, when you go into a dealer and go, wow. When I go down the bottom here and go, wow. When I see the fish come in, I go, wow. But when we're over there and we're going to be looking at, obviously, some of the big fish as well, it's going to be, I don't think you're even going to be able to say it. It's going to be...
It's going to be... and that's all I'm going to be sent to post on video. It will be Matt going,
yeah. It is going to be smart, and we'll try and get the customers that are coming with us to give their little bit of a feedback as well to what their expectations are and what they actually did see on the day.
Yeah,
it's going to be good.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to putting the videos out for you both, because I can live it with you then in a different way. I will get to Japan one day under my own steam.
Yeah, I think the
somewhere
highlights.
Leo wants to go.
I think the highlight will be seeing Ricky do the karaoke. But there you go.
Hey, Vince, if you ever go to Japan, what are you going to look for? When I go to Japan, the first place I would like to go is Aoki. Why is that? And that's purely because Aoki is known for his weird and wonderful and wacky koi, and as you see down at New Forest, that sort of shit floats my boat. It really does, because it's not the norm. And I know there's a lot of people out there go on about koi begins and ends with Kahaku. And in this modern day, I say bullshit.
especially with all the new varieties and the new koi farms that are popping up in Japan and producing new varieties. I'm sorry, but yes, they get the biggest attention, they get the biggest fish. But you start looking at some of these weird and wonderfuls. I had a picture sent to me by Ricky, and he found a gem over the weekend. Yeah, I'll send a picture to you, Aaron. You can put it
I
up,
want to bring it up on the screen.
and I want people's opinion on this.
I'll back. That would be. This was the reason why I was asking, Matt, because that would be the reason I would definitely want to go there. That would be in my top. I'd want to stop, just for what I consider my best fish in the pond is Margoski is from there, and it's absolutely mint. And a couple of years ago, never even heard of it. But then when you look last year's shows, when it was in a small car park and they had all the bags laid on the floor of individual koi in it, and I think it was Evo was going around filming how many awards had won, and there was rows and rows from him that had won.
I think with Aoki, it's just a mix. For the Tosai, definitely, I've got one tank that's going to be definitely filled up with their fish because it's good mix. And I certainly found,
I've actually got a mixed bowl from Aoki on the PC to show, actually.
Yes, you have.
I was going to put it, as soon as we're speaking about that dealer, I was actually going to ask people where they thought it's from, but that is where it's from. Sorry, your Telegram message is directly behind my camera, Vince.
Oh, right, okay.
That's why I look like I'm looking behind. Let me see if I
see if you can check that up on full screen for a second. And especially with the popularity that is now coming with the Aragoki that's now being produced.
Is that it? Is that one? Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah. Can you zoom that? Open that up.
Oh, I'm drawing on it. Is that not open up or what?
Hang on.
I like that myself, and I'm not even into them kind of fish.
That's one of the wildest looking Aragokis I've seen, Vince.
I'm telling you, that is pretty cool.
It is.
It's like a Kajaku Aragoki.
It is.
Is that what it is?
Can you zoom in on those scales?
1 minute. If I... Ooh. It's about as good as it gets before it starts being deformed.
But that, I can picture that as a big fish. And that is gonna look super, super impressive once it gets bigger. And
have a dragon swimming around in your pond.
Yeah, and you got the other side of it as well. You've got, everyone goes on about Dainichi and the Black Zeus, which is basically a Ginrink and Monru. They've been doing them for years at the farm, but it's and I've seen them and they look fucking awesome. But this is a fish that needs time. But once that's had a bit of time and some food and some body, that is gonna be impressive, seriously impressive. And again, British bred, but it's a British bred fish that's been combined to get what we had, and with the combination that was used on last year's ground show with the difference, Rick produced 5 of the best Kajaku he's ever produced from a spawning that was right. We'll put them together and see what happens. And that's what I like about Aoki. His fish are just, they might not.
You want to see your weird and wonderful ball that is sent over?
Yep, got it. Afternoon, everyone that's joined in. Marcus has joined in. What do you think of the Aragoki, Marcus? While Aaron is doing his computer bit.
There you go. Unfortunately, it's been sent to me in the wrong orientation, but this is a scoop out of a pond that he's got, all from Aoki. Some nice goshki in there.
Yes, Mick Riley, definitely a Marmite koi, that Aragoki. But yeah, there's some cracking fish in that bowl.
No, there's a crazy looking Igromo in there. I lost it.
Let's see if we can. Yeah, Grandpa has already sent me. I sent him that video last night. Screenshots with circles round him. I said to him, Dad, that's like one net out of the pond, right? If you want some, just go down there and just pick however many you want, 6 in a bowl.
Nice. All right, we had a question from Wiccan Koi. Where is it? Do you guys have an issue with a saggy growing slow? Not that I know of. I mean, the Asagi that was spawned last year at the farm, there is fish from that spawning that are on 30, 35 fish, 35 cm. So no, it might be your genetics.
There's another one there from Dr. Kempo.
Do goshki lose their colour easy? And again, that I would say is down to genetics. I mean, last year I bought a Tancho goshki from the lesser spotted one, and he'd had it for a whole year. Spot was perfect. Went into my pond, and within 3 weeks, I had a half moon. It's just one of those. If it's got the genetics to hold it, but at the same time, if you're pushing a young fish like young goshki and stuff like that, you can actually ruin the benny by pushing them too hard.
Mine's so deep. Mine's just like red paint on my goshki, like from Aoki.
That's your Gimrin one from Aoki.
Yeah, that's done so well last summer on Saki Ikari colour. Like, is it down to colour food? Well, to be fair, it has had colour food in it last year. It's the first time I have had it, but they all look really well for it.
Yeah, when you think of it, especially with a tank full down the bottom here, I'm just thinking that some of the fish, you can have them all from the same breeder, all from the same spawning, all of them come in perfectly well, top notch, and in 3 months, 2 of them have totally fallen apart. So it's not necessarily down to the water, it's not necessarily down to the food, it's just you're unlucky.
Yeah. That can happen with anything, that though, can't it? You have to look at that big batch of Momotaro Kahaku that Crafty got in.
Yeah. For the ground show, not
three that turned into Shiro emojis out of 150, was it? It happens. Just unlucky if you get that one.
Yeah.
I think that's why you have to keep one Shiramuchi in your pond. It's like the deterrent that keeps the rest from turning.
That's a good excuse, but I'll still not having one in the pond. If it's not metallic, then it's fucking gone. So come on then, Matt. What's your favourite variety and why?
Kohaku, definitely. Yeah.
Boring old-
But only because I just think the colour rendition between two, a pond full of red and white would be awesome. But yeah,
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, and definitely last year.
I'd
and
have it. Nicky
I
will
want to
let
go
me have it.
Aoki because last year the Go Sankey definitely, and the more dealers I speak to about it, they all say the same. The Go Sankey definitely last year dropped off dramatically, and they weren't selling. So what I was saying about Aoki definitely this year.
yeah. That's why I call Rick the UK version of Aoki, because sometimes when the spawning's going on and certain females aren't doing what he wants, he'll go, okay, we'll try this. And a couple of times I've gone, why? And his response is, why not?
Yeah.
You know, and out of them why nots, we've had, and he's created some spectacular fish. I mean, Matt's got one sat at the farm from Queetuber Fest. Now that is a phenomenal fish. Gimmering
Oh yeah, I
Deutsch.
remember seeing that. Is that when Matt was sneakily bidding like this on the step?
Yeah.
I wasn't actually. I was kicking his foot.
But yeah, that's an absolutely banging fish, that is. And you've got the other side of it as well. That you've got so much variety when you come away from the Ghost Enki. Can you see what I mean? Because you get 4 or 5 Kahaku, and yes, the red and white is the same pattern, or a different pattern, should I say, but it's still just red and white. But then you get something like a Benny Kiko. You get 4 or 5 Benny Kikos in a pond, and I guarantee you every single one will look different.
And as a dealer,
Can you see what I mean? And that's what I mean.
As a dealer, if you had a customer, which he's asked me to do it when I'm in Japan, he wants a Jinrin Kahaku.
Yeah.
I'll leave it to you to choose one for me, Matt. Now, how many fish have I actually got to buy for him to come over and go in that tank? That's the one I want.
Yeah, well, you got to fill a box, haven't you?
Yeah, and I see it all the time. People say, "Can you get me some of these? Can you get me some of these?" Oh, I love one of those. Love one of those. But how many of you actually got to buy to get that particular one that guy wants?
Yeah,
Everybody's choice on pattern. You sent me a load of Kahakus the other day, didn't you, Vince?
Yeah.
Remember? And which one do you prefer? You never responded to the one I actually liked, but
yeah, because you picked the same one that both myself and Rick picked.
All right.
Yeah.
So I did all right.
I think we all picked that first pick on that. We all picked. Yeah. I might have that picture if you want me to pull it off. Or do you saving that?
Can do, but yeah, absolutely phenomenal fish. But at the same time, in that first video with the 3 Kahakus, I still gravitated to the 3-step. Don't know what it is. It's one of the only, unless it's got a real unusual flowery pattern, I tend to gravitate to a 3-step. Don't know why, but just the way I am. But that one that's in the video, the body and everything was just that bit of the 3-step. So it turns out both of them are coming home to Twisted Towers. Thank you very much, Alan. Susan is over the moon.
Do you know what I think? I think you got exactly the same response out of me, didn't you? Although initially you went, "Wow, that's a 3-step." The other one is miles better if I can find out how to save it. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's Rick's fault actually, but even Susan said a couple of times, "You're looking at a lot of Ginrin just lately," and I am, and I don't know what it is, but half of it I blame Rick. But I tell you what, he said last year that he was going to create Ginrin Aragoki scaled Shisui, and he's done it. Absolutely fucking nailed it, because I got some stunners down there in the grown on tank.
There you go, Vince. Got it for you. No, I haven't.
You had it then, it was up.
I remember you messaging me about these vents.
Don't push it too far, George. Yeah, 2 absolutely banging Kahaku that are coming to Twisted Towers. Oh, yes.
2 of those are yours?
Yes,
Which 2?
both of them.
Both of them. There was 3, Vince.
Yeah, there's 3
No.
Kohakus.
Yeah, it's definitely not the Ginrin.
Okay.
It's the 3-step and the one that we were talking about.
Okay.
But yeah, what do other people think in the comments? Because we all came to the same conclusion pretty much, didn't we?
Yeah.
You've picked yourself up a banging a saggy, haven't you? You got that on the computer.
Me?
Yeah.
I ain't officially picked yet, Vince.
You told me you were fucking. You told me you'd made a decision.
I have
Now
made
you
a
change your
decision,
mind
but I
again.
haven't put it out to the internet yet.
Cat's out of the bag.
Oh, sorry, I do like putting people
Right,
on.
don't worry.
Shit, sorry, mate.
Someone rung the shop up and asked for it yesterday, to be fair.
Oh no.
And he was like, he's reserved all 8 of them. You'll just have to wait for the video to come out. And that was his way of skating over it.
Oh, bro, I'm sorry.
Oh, man. I'd be snapping up that show if I lived near there, though.
How we doing, Nick? Oh, Aaron, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it, mate. It is what it is. Actually don't have that. I don't have that video, I don't think, on here to put it on. I'll tell you what, I'll put another video on.
The guys, I'm going to have to shoot off now. But my mother is coming at 3:00.
Oh, love it. You have fun there.
Yeah.
I bet you don't roll your eyes like that in front of her, Matt.
No.
So you'll behave yourself.
And we'll see if we can get on next Sunday from Japan.
Yeah. All right then, mate. Well, thank you very much for joining us, and I will speak to you in a day or so.
Take care, guys.
Hey,
Cheers,
see you,
mate.
man.
Right. While I look for one of the koi I've selected. I'll put you some other koi on the screen.
I got a video of that one. Afternoon, Greg. I've just put my foot in it.
No, it's all right. That's not the. I've got another video where it's from an angle that you don't see the glass bending.
Oh, right, yeah.
That one that I did for a short yesterday after speaking to you, to be fair, and you don't get the reflection of the glass in it because I'm filming it from the other side.
Yeah. I tell you, photographing and videoing fish is not as easy as people fucking think. I'm telling you.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Right.
With the reflection on the water, it's yeah. I don't know how the dealers who do auctions and stuff, they always look so good.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, right, if you want someone's who's done a really good job is Crafty. I've looked at his koi that he's recently put on his website, and he is doing an A-grade job of taking pictures and putting them on blue backgrounds. Recently, he's done an absolute sterling job. I messaged him the other day saying, I know how hard it is to get pictures like that, and he's doing a mega job. There you go. Have a look at these guys, which see if anyone in the comments can guess. I'm checking my notepad, so I don't know. See if you can guess where these are from. Oh, look at that. Speaking of the devil,
Crafty,
he must have heard me.
Afternoon. Oh, no, he's gone again. Gav's asking, what's the longevity of Gimrin in koi? Pretty darn good, but to be honest, the only ones I've personally come across that lose their Ginrin as they get bigger is pearl scale.
Right. Let me pop this on. See if you can have a guess where these are from.
Otsuka.
Right, we've got a ball of. I didn't realise the volume was on 1 minute.
What's your thoughts of keeping tension?
Did you just come on because you heard me blowing your trumpet of your photographing skills, Crafty, or what?
No, I didn't hear none of that, mate.
It's literally just said, people were saying how hard it was to take pictures, and I just said, you know who's done a really good job recently? Crafty has. And then literally, you joined.
Cheers, man. Yeah. It's one thing that people don't like to share in the koi game because it's an art. But once you've got it down, it's trial and error. I'm not going to tell people how I do it because I've got to stay with a secret, and so it took me a year and a half of trial and error and long hours.
Oh, it's not fucking easy.
That's the one thing in the hobby people don't talk about.
Photographing koi.
Yeah.
And we got a question in here. Andrew Fraser. Hey Vince, I saw a video last week with you and Rick Dave at the farm talking about certain varieties not tolerating cold. Can you recommend varieties that are harder for unheated pond up north?
Unheated pond, did he say, Vic?
Yeah.
The Japanese fish are the ones that struggle most in the cold.
Yeah.
Fish from like Rick. Rick's fish, because they're born and bred over here, they're a lot more tolerant and hardy to the colder temperatures.
They are, but there is still a couple of varieties that Rick will not put out in the cold at all, and one of them is Shiro Atsuri.
Shiro Atsuri, yeah, 100%. You know, any Gosanki don't like cold.
No.
Shiro as well, Becco. stick more to your single coloured fish for the cold tolerance, because they're like not as heavy genetically modified in the breeding program. So
Yeah. Metallics aren't too bad in the cold either.
no, they're good.
The saggies are pretty hardy.
Very hardy.
My Groski seems to be the first one that hits the bottom when it's cold.
My
As soon as it
Becco,
gets like below 5 degrees, it's the first one that's. But the one that the Sankey that I got off Rick will be swimming out there now. It won't be bothered.
Yeah.
Ty, I just want to I just want to say that you do some really good YouTube videos, man.
No, thanks, Crafty.
Yeah, man, they're a work of art, mate. I appreciate how long they take, mate, and you put a lot of effort and time into them.
Well,
that mud one's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, so I enjoyed your video on the origins of koi. There's some load like associated merch with tea and all that. It's a good concept.
Yeah, that was a fun one to put together. I hope people saw in the disclaimer that that the history's mostly made up, but it was a fun video to put together.
No,
I hope nobody took it too seriously. I was paranoid about that.
No, don't be paranoid, man, because YouTube's about having fun, mate, not nothing more. So, and that's the truth of it. If most people realise that, rather than trying to go for people's jugglers for being politically incorrect or whatever, then the koi community would be so much more fun.
Yeah, definitely.
I've said from the beginning, when I stop having fun with YouTube, I'm going to stop doing it. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
How long did that video take you, Ty?
Oh, that video took me like 2 weeks to do, maybe 2.5 weeks.
So I mean, and that was one of the reasons why I shifted it out as far as I could, because when someone spends that amount of time to do something that comes out absolutely fucking awesome, then you deserve it, mate.
But Vince, let's remember, man, YouTube is about doing things what you want to do, not what people expect.
Yeah.
So if you want to make it more creative, you do. If you want to make it more raw, you do. All right. And let's face it, everybody has got their own style, and people watch you no matter what. If people like watching you, they'll sub on it.
Yeah, definitely. Without a shadow of a doubt.
It's a small minority that make it a bit of a pain sometimes. But and I also got your was it you, Ty, that sent me over email about pond detox?
Yeah. I was curious about that.
Just so you know, I forwarded it over to Frank, the guy that sorts it out. So I'm waiting for him to come back to me before I can have an answer, dude.
No, hey, I appreciate you looking into it for me. Thank you.
I have been shipping it over to Europe, so I've had quite a few orders from like Denmark, Germany, and whatnot, and that stuff. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It seems like a pretty stellar product from what I've seen everybody saying about it. So yeah, I'd love to.
I'm just gonna pull my chair up because I'm sat on the edge of the bed and that's uncomfortable as fuck.
I think your only problem there, Ty, is weight. Right, obviously stuff gets shipped in weight, and you're literally sending 2 house bricks, aren't you, in post? Yeah. As soon as you go over a kilo in weight, sending stuff to the US, the price jumps up massively. So you buy a bag worth sending over to you, you're going to be paying. The shipping is going to be absolutely astronomical.
But if there's nothing like that available,
if there's nothing like that available, right, then
unfortunately the states pay the price. Anything koi related over there is super expensive anyway.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, I was only chatting to App Sushi today about the price. I'll come back to that in a minute. I was only talking to App Sushi because I'm in Japan at the minute. So was talking about the prices of stuff over there today, and it's astronomical. But there's a lot of different reasons behind it, which I didn't actually realise, to be perfectly honest. So it's a bit of an education game for me. So I have got about 4 pieces left in total to answer your question, Autistic Mate.
Cool.
And then there are a few pieces I kept behind for myself in the shop, because I do that quite often. But they're going up for sale now, because obviously I've got new stock coming in. So
Scrag's asking, what's the best way to deal with a fish that develops deformities? Is it best to sedate it? Well, if it's a severe deformity, I usually chuck it in a bucket of clove oil.
I think people have got to be a little bit wise to this. Okay, so first and foremost, you've got to remember about animal welfare and cruelty acts. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff gets bandied around on YouTube that does not follow the correct way, and too many people are quick to say knock it on the head. Right, it all depends on the deformity, Scrags. To be perfectly honest, and the correct answer to give is if the fish is able to survive without causing itself harm. For example, able to take food and grow and looks perfectly well, then my answer is you shouldn't knock it on the head. Some deformities may even right themselves. Very rare, but can. All right, and if you've got something that looks like a question mark because the back's been broken, or for example, the fish is only swimming with its pec fins because the tail stopped working, right, then that's not a quality of life. So you have to then think about how you deal with that afterwards. All right, no one can tell you what the right and wrong answer is.
Once I've come to the final decision, I know I don't smack it on the head with a bit of wood. It goes into a bucket that's got a whole bottle of clove oil, and they're gone within minutes because of the strength of the clove oil, and then they get triple bagged and put in the bin.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, you know, it's the same with any pet, isn't it? All right. People don't seem to see fish in the same light as what they would a cat, a dog, a bird, or whatever, or a hamster, you know, because, well, actually, I see people look after their hamsters better than they do some koi, and hamsters cost a smidgen of the price of a fish.
Yeah.
And it's quite
We've had that
expected
conversation practically in my house. Obviously, the good lady works at the vets and has done all her life. And it's a question that's like perplexed me a million times of, if you can buy a hamster for £5, why would people pay £400 for an operation on one?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's
like,
their pet. And most people see it as the right thing to do. And people generally don't do the same with the fish. They're too quick to go, get another one.
If you look at, right, I don't want to make this about hamsters, Vince, mate. I do apologise
No.
for bringing a hamster in. But if you look at the life expectancy of a hamster, 2 years, right, against a koi, 20, 30, 40 years, depending on how well you keep your fish and whatnot, you know, it's mind-boggling to me. Even if you spent £120 on an half-decent tozai, right, that then you keep for 3 years, develops an issue, but then you don't do something with it to try and make it right. Whereas a hamster, you know, 6 months down the line, it gets fucking wet bum disease, and you're taking that down the vet to get some antibiotics and whatnot. You know, it's like, you can't do that with fish in a lot of places, and it just baffles me that fish are just forgotten about. You know, especially koi, because they're bred for ornamental purpose. You know, they're not a wild animal. You know, they're bred for us to enjoy, as are most things in captivity. You know.
Oh yeah, 100%. Right, we got
Nice
a question.
tail, Ty.
Question here from Greg Ward.
Is that your tail, Ty?
Oh yeah. Last time she was on the screen, she got me pretty good on the nose.
Yes, she did last weekend.
Yeah.
What do you do for wintering fish? Do you add salt or not? Also, do you turn down filtration because of no food, etc.? Thanks, Greg. That obviously no heating involved in your pond. Well, me personally, I don't salt over winter, and it's not something I've done. I do slow my pumps down on my filters, but that's about it. Everything else just gets left to do what it does. I'm not one for turning off filters.
I think if you look at this from a different angle, is what's the reason you want to salt your pond? Well, actually, in a cold environment, right? If you put salt into a 0.3 salinity, right, it's treated as a tonic, right? So it will actually help koi through cold periods, you know. But what I would suggest is you keep it in over winter, but you should really not keep it in forever, because salt is damaging to koi pigmentation in colour. So if you keep a salt in all the time, you will over time deteriorate the pigment in the skin on a koi. Right? And probably I'll get shot from all angles for saying shit like that, but that's proof. And I've got proof, and I can back up my answer from where I get my stuff from. And on top of that, if you ever get an issue in a pond and you're constantly salting at 0.3, for example, you lose that ability to put a tonic in your water, because the next level that you're going to put it to is a 0.6, which actually, from my perspective in the shop, a 0.6 is quite a heavy treatment of salt. And we'd only generally sort of use that when we're treating a sleeping sickness on a new batch of fish in quarantine. So very rarely will we take it up to a 0.6 to aid in a fish fixing itself up, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Ty, you look like a midget.
Wait, what now?
Who's bigger, you or Koi Man? So you've been to any farms yet, or have you?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, went to. So over here on a Sunday in Japan, it's not really a trade day for breeders.
Right.
So they're very traditional in a way that Sundays are what they class as a family day. So any sort of breeder that's got like a tight knit family or a young family or whatever, or a big operation where there's like Dainiji or whatever, where there's a lot of people involved, they just shop for the day. However, if you go to some place like Otsuka today, caught him in a pucker mood, managed to pick up some quite nice fish there. I've got a pond full of Akamatsuba, small tozai, which I am denied about, but looking at the quality of his Akamatsuba from last year, you know, if I can get them across the pond and give people a grow on project, you know, they'll probably be knocked out £25 a piece then.
Nice.
You know, they're like 10 to 12, probably 15 cm by the time they're through QT if we're lucky. But you know, at 25 quid, you could take 10 of them away, put them in a grow on, and potentially, if you pick the right 1, 2, or 3, you could have looking at what is Nisai turn into, man, banging fish. You know, so you know that was what was in my head when I've got them, and I've got some 15 to 17 tozai mix from Otsuka, which is always banging with the selection he does. Asagi, Ki, Yatsuri, Akamatsuba, Kinshowa, Kage Shiro, etc. You can't go wrong there. And then if people see me on Facebook, you can see I've just picked up a real decent set of high quality metallics as well. But we've been around a few places today, managed to book in some appointments. So we'll see what that brings. But one farm that I hadn't been to before was Yugenji. And I must say that I was super impressed with his setup and the quality of his fish. So I can't wait to get my hands in there. Hopefully, not everything's sold, because one thing's for sure, Stock is hard to get hold of at the minute. It's
Right.
like so many places are sold out, even on the door sold out, and we're only just in February. Normally February is Tozai buying season.
Yeah.
But to come this early, it's like you think you've got your finger on the pulse and the game changes, man. It looks like fucking January we've done, like the Asians have come over again and done the fucking dirty.
Are you going to Aoki?
Aoki,
Yeah.
we will, mate. I'm hoping. I ain't going to say. I don't know how much of a secret it is. But yeah, there's potentially a day planned to go up there because I believe he is releasing some of his stock that's not normally for sale.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know how much of a secret that is to keep it off the breeders now, off of some of the light agents down here, mate. But yes, I will be. The chances of getting anything though are fucking nil. All the Tozai sold out. But I've already got 200 pieces, so I got in there.
I want something weird and wacky from Aoki that I can take to the national next year.
Yeah, well, I've got 200 pieces coming, Vince. So I ordered them last year. So yeah, stay tuned on that, mate.
Sweet. Simon Shears is asking, just wondering when's the best time to use pond detox formula after Alparex?
You've got to let. Right, so first and foremost, pond detox formula will strip the dye out of the water because Alpharex has got a fucking really strong dye in it. So what you got to do, you got to look at whether or not the Alpharex has done its treatment first, i.e., you've had a successful dose put in and you sorted your fish out for whatever it did. If you have, right, then that's when you administer it because you can find 2 to 3 weeks that stuff has stayed in your water otherwise.
Yeah. One treatment I've never used, and that's Alparex.
Oh, mate, it's one of the best treatments out there, Vince.
And I've never, ever used Aquaflavin either.
Again, another very good.
I know. I'm not saying that they're not. It's just
Alpharex is one of my go-tos, Vince.
Yeah.
In the shop, yeah.
It sorted my pond out this year. I had constant flicking and flashing at the beginning of the year.
Even half doses with a 0.3 salinity on certain issues, will sort it like that, mate. It's definitely a very good treatment if you use it properly.
Yeah, George told me to salt it, Alparex it. That what I will say is that it stains anything it touches. Literally, I spilt it on the gravel after I'd mixed it in, and I ain't joking you when I say I jet washed it. I had to dig it out and bin it.
Yeah, you don't want to be dropping that stuff on anything.
It's like Hulk slime.
Skin. That's why you should wear gloves if you're getting it all over your fingers.
Well, I mixed it in
a bit like PP, Aaron, eh?
I know that was absolute. That was the worst timing ever that day. Going out, dinner suit tie, anniversary meal, and you know when you're just like, right, I really need to PP that fish. It was really annoying me. So rather than do the pond, I did the one fish that was really sulking, and I put it in, and I tripped over a shoelace and fell both arms into a vat of PP. And then when I went into the house, I said to our lass, does anything get PP off your skin? And up to like here, on both arms, was fully brown. And we booked a fine dining restaurant to go to. Have you got any driving gloves or anything that I can put on? Because I look ridiculous. There's petrol on my hands and everything. Nothing gets it off. Nothing.
You should have wore a pair of fingerless tights, mate.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't fancy enough to have white gloves on, right? but it was fancy enough to look that. Why are your hands like that?
Like you've had a real bad case of fake tan on your hands only.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like. Oh man.
Like some young women growing up that realises that fake tan don't look good when it turns orange.
Yeah. So anytime we've ever gone out afterwards, then it was do not go out to your pond today. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. So what's the time over there, Crafty?
Oh, I don't fucking know, mate. About half midnight, I think.
Oh, it's not too bad then.
What time? Well,
We're 20 past 3, yeah?
Yeah, 20 past 12 midnight here then, yeah. Yeah, but I just woke up from a siesta. I seen that you was on, so I thought I'd come and join you because I'm wide awake because the time. So I threw a shirt on and joined you. But yeah, I had something to eat, come back, started to watch a bit of Apple TV and fell asleep and then woke up.
All right.
I noticed you was on.
Oh, you're
Sweet.
finding the jet lag.
Oh, to be fair, I don't really suffer with jet lag because I'm such a weird sleeper. So, you know, I'm ex-military, mate. I snooze
I
every
was going
10
to
minutes.
say, ex-fucking military. We don't fucking suffer with fucking jet lag.
No, mate, fucking 4 or 5 hours kip's enough for me a day normally. But then I'll power snooze throughout the day. Same here.
Yeah. Absolutely fucking awesome. Thanks for that, Humcoy. But as a black man, I don't think we got a problem.
It could have turned your hands white.
Oh, absolutely brilliant, Ricardo.
Yeah. It's,
Oh man.
Yeah, we got Koi Man down in the corner. Is that the one sitting on the loo?
Oh, and I had that one going for a second. I keep changing them out to see if you guys would notice, but
Yeah, I've been seeing them.
let's see.
you know, ours gets moved around the house all over.
Oh. There we go.
Crafty, you've got to find me a Koi Man while you're out there.
Mate, I've never seen them out here.
Oh, man.
You gotta look in the gachapon machines.
Mate, I ain't got time for looking at machines. I've got to be looking at real fish. Mate, I don't go shopping. The only shop I go to here.
I mean, you gotta stop at the Family Mart for gas and things, right?
Nah. Don't do that here. It's like the agent is like fully fueled up. We jump in his car, we go to the fish houses. In fact, we go to a 7-Eleven, right, get some tucker, off fish farms all day, come back, hotel, shower change, out for some dinner, come back, sleep.
I'm pretty sure they have gachapon machines in the 7-Elevens.
Well, I'll have a look. If I can find one, Vince, I'll buy all means, I'll get you one money.
Oh, awesome, Crafty.
Yeah, I'll have a look, but I ain't going on a special journey for a fucking Koi Man. Although they're quite mint, I must admit, they're quite comical.
They are. So,
One day, if I ever go to Japan, everybody's gonna be, yeah, you're gonna go see koi fish and stuff, right? And I'll be like, yes, that's why I'm going, and I'm just gonna be hunting for koi men the whole time.
Koi men.
Yeah.
Leo wants to go to that sit. Is it there's a skyscraper in Tokyo that's all like retro gaming center, all Segas and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's like a whole area. I forget what it's called, but yeah, it's a lot of retro video games and figurines.
Japan's like being stuck in the 80s. 80s nostalgia or 90s nostalgia, but with a future twist.
oh, awesome. So before we knock out on the head for today, who are you most looking forward to going and looking around their fish on this visit?
Well, I'm off to Yoshino tomorrow, so I'm quite looking. The quality of his fish this year have been superb. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. But the one place that blows all of them out the water, really, for me, just because it's a one-man operation, is Yamaguchi.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
such
we can't go yet. Can't go yet. You've got some videos to show, haven't you, Aaron?
Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry.
Yeah, but yeah,
I was showing them
Yamaguchi
when
is
Crafty
always-
joined, didn't I? And then we're off piste. It's fine. Don't worry.
Sorry, dude, if I've knocked you off. Yeah, so Yamaguchi, one-man band, is a learning disciple from Narita, who is the guy that owns number one koi down in the south. You know, wins all the majors in the All Japan Koi show. Is the biggest sort of dealer. He's not a breeder, he's a dealer.
Right.
Of only the top quality koi, like. So
is that who Lee had that tinfoil suit on?
That's him. Yeah.
That's I was going to say he had that suit on, didn't he, at the National?
Mate, the man farts money bags, mate. He's just super loaded. You know, he's if you ever get a chance to, I think, I'm trying to think, can I name other YouTube channels, Vince?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Gaz may have picked up. No, it weren't Gaz. It was another. If people search up the All Japan Koi Show like 2025, there's a couple of sort of pre-videos to the show of them setting up and stuff, and you'll see Narita's van turn up, and it sort of opens up where like this, and then folds back, and it's fucking mental. And then there's just two big massive vats in the back, you know, that are all chained down, and he's got fucking loads of showfish in there to go. The bloke is just insane. If you want quality koi, any dealer, because he sells to the dealers across the UK, so any dealer that buys from him will get a certificate that, and in the top right corner it's got number one koi written on it. The thing is, if you're buying from him, he has got the ability to literally go around any breeder in Japan and say, give me your best fish, and they go, yes sir, there you go, because he's got the dollar up front straight away. You know, and he'll take them to shows and get them on, and but he has so many that he does events, and he'll sell on to the dealers back in the UK and around the world. And you know, if you're buying them fish, it's part of the premium selection from the breeders anyway. You know?
I think Evo's covered it, hasn't he?
I'm not sure. I watched so many of them sort of videos and that. Evo probably has.
Yes. So prior to Lee wearing the spaceman suit, somebody has done a video on that. I'd seen this prior to seeing Lee's suit.
Yeah, I mean, if you type in number one koi on your search engine on the internet, it'll take you to his website, and you get to see what he sells. Man, it's fucking insane.
I know. Oh, Gaz got a Goshki Sankey, didn't he?
Yeah, from Kibby. Yeah.
Nice to see how that grows and progresses.
Well,
did you see
I've got one, haven't I? I showed one at the All Japan Koi Show last year, and then kept it as Akari here last year. So that's just got back to the UK. It's on Gaz's video when he was at Ryan's, because it got shipped in with Ryan's fish. And you'll see it 65 cm on that. So that's definitely influenced a couple of the sales there, without a shadow of a doubt.
Did you see the Aragoki that Rick sent me yesterday?
Yeah, oh yeah, mate, that is fucking an insane fish, mate.
That Once that gets bigger, gets some body and some volume, that's going to look fucking intense.
Well, that's what you got to do, mate. You got to look forward, haven't you?
Yeah.
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 Very nice.
So, over to you, Aaron.
Put these 2 videos. See if you can guess
Yeah.
where they're from.
What do you mean where they're from? What Japanese breeder?
Yeah.
I've got them. The first one's Otsuka.
Is that a guess?
I think that's his guess.
I haven't seen nothing, have I?
Before he's even seen it.
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Here we go.
Nice bowl of Asagi and Akamatsuba.
Yeah.
You need to be a bit closer.
I am a bit closer, but not on this video. This is this was a 1:58 dropping these videos in 2 minutes before Vince's live.
So if it was me, I mean, it's a bit hard to tell right away. The only thing that's probably a little bit underdeveloped at the moment, which is not a problem, is the Benny on the Asagi. They're probably not a Suka, but if I was going for Asagi and Akamatsuba, Otsuka is one of the first places I'd go to.
They are from Oya.
Yeah, so that's next to Sakazumi. So
Oya.
Yeah, so Oya, the undefining thing there is because the Benny is not there yet on the Asagi, Oya is extremely known for late developing Benny on Asagi.
Yes.
Even to a point where I've got one in the shop that's now 3-year-old Samsai and he's only just starting to show. But they're the hardest fish in the fucking world to sell without any Benny on them whatsoever.
Exactly. Rick says exactly the same.
Well, they are.
They,
So great, you know.
I said I'd give the guy a shout out because I'll be putting a video together for him. He came and helped me lift an 88-kilo window that I didn't want my dad walking down the garden with. Helped me lift it in and did it all that. He's got that ball and another ball. He wants 65 quid for anything in that ball. He's going to do a discount code for Vince for any dry goods. And I'm going to put his details up on the screen. But if anyone's after small stuff, he's absolutely teaming with them. And these.
Who is it, Aaron? Who's selling these?
Greenwood Koi is called.
Who?
Greenwood Koi. Is the only koi shop that's not a garden centre in Hull.
Okay.
So, but he does loads of common visits, maintenance, bits and stuff like that. And when I reached out to say who on earth is going to help me carry this window and fit it, because I don't want my dad doing it with me. I don't want him tripping with a big heavy piece of glass like that. He's not great on his feet. So it was get him in, give him a bit of, show him a bit of love. He's got that ball and this ball, both from 65 quid. So this one's easier to guess than the last one.
This one float. Oh, my boats. There's a couple of nice pieces there. Can only come from one place.
That's well, they can't actually. I'll tell you one to watch out for. There's 3 places that I'd buy Shiro from, and I dare say that these are probably Omasako.
Yeah, on the money. On the money, Crafty.
There's one standout piece there, which is the one he just had in his hands.
Yeah.
You look at the body and the pattern. It's a bit hard to see quite close up, but ones to watch out for is obviously your NND Shiro. But remember, parent sets are also Omasako. All right, so bloodline is Omasako bloodline. But the genetics with the breeding pair from NND, fabulous fish. That's a DK lineage. And also small breeder up in the mountains called Kobayashi does the Aragoki as well. His Shiro are absolutely fucking insane. They're another real good quality Shiro to buy.
You're just popping all these details up, are you, mate?
I am indeed.
I could hear
I don't know why people slag you off, Aaron. I think you're all right, mate. So when you're back in the UK, really, mate, it's just I'm just being funny.
I don't worry. Don't worry, mate.
Don't want you losing sleep.
when you're back in the UK, mate?
10th.
Well, on that note, I would like to say a big thank you to Matt, who has now gone, Jack, who popped in and disappeared. As always, Ty's there with us. Big thank you to Aaron for doing the computer bits for me today. Massive thank you to Crafty jumping on, seeing as it's midnight and he's in Japan. As always, guys and girls, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, and all that shemizzle. I've been Twisted Crew. You lot out there, you know you're great. And no doubt we will see you tomorrow back at the farm. Have a good day, guys.